My name is Alexandra Dillon, and I'm a painter and a sculptor, and I call my work psychological surrealism. I'm a classically trained painter, and I have a great love for portraiture of every era. I love ancient art very much, and I was very inspired by the Fayum mummy portraits, which are very, very beautiful portraits from Roman Egypt. That inspired a lot of the paintings I did onto paintbrushes. After I made the paintbrushes, I began to find other objects that I wanted to paint on. And it was so interesting because the objects would just speak to me and tell me what they wanted to be. And because I loved art from so many different eras, I started to find ways to incorporate that with these imagined portraits onto different items. So for instance, these pieces here, they are more Elizabethan kind of portraits, and I incorporated the shape of the shovels that created a collar, an Elizabethan collar, and so that became a very fun way to make these into my imagined characters. Well, each item that I paint on, I usually find stuff at flea markets and thrift stores and just all sorts of places. And when I found the shovels, for instance, I thought, it'd be really cool to paint on a shovel, but I wasn't really sure what I was going to do. I knew I wanted to do a portrait, but a shovel kind of connotes some sort of idea about maybe death, digging up your ancestor, a kind of ghostly image. And so when I painted the shovels, that's sort of what I had in mind. What was interesting with the shovels is there became a very happy accident that the shovels themselves have a convex shape. And I realized as soon as I started working on them that if I turned the shovel a little bit, it changed expression. It went from a smile to a frown. And that was just haunting to me. I was, wow. So of course I incorporated that into the piece itself, and I created these stands that they're on, and now with these, when you swing them, they change from a smile to a frown. And that's the way I work. I never start with any sort of fixed idea. I just let whatever it is that I'm working on tell me what it wants to be, and I'll just go. And that keeps it really fun and really fresh. I think that my work is about selfhood. It's about being able to feel your own special spirit. And the imagined portraits that I make, maybe that person lived, maybe they didn't, I'm not really sure. But what I want to communicate is that each individual life is a unique experiment, a unique, wonderful kind of expression of the whole universe. And if we allow ourselves to be ourselves, then we really can have very, very cool and full lives.
Fantastic. Beautiful. Love it.
That was said after a drink, but it was really true. I mean, it's like that's really what it's about for me. It's really about that we are all individuals. We share many things, but we all are unique, and I love that. That's why I paint so many portraits.